If she's giving you trouble with the R2 hit, which definitely does happen, you can just jump and double swipe her. To do the double swipe, you jump in the air and hit R1 and then R2. And that's it. That's the Your You'd fight. You cannot do the challenge mode on one person, so don't even try it. Okay, for this, you're going to switch to Touch of Flame. You're going to switch off of Res to Radiant Skin. You're going to make sure you have a shotgun, and you need Sleeper Simulant. That is a must, at least for this method. Now, most of the pros you watch, Glad, Esoteric, they will defeat Crota on 390 in 4 kneels. And what I mean by that is every time Crota kneels down, you have an opportunity to damage him. He can be killed in 4 kneels. I am going to do it in 5. And the reason I'm going to do it in 5 is because it is very tricky to get the necessary amount of hits consistently to kill him in 4 kneels. I have done it. I've tried a ton of times. And then I read a tip of a new hit pattern that is pretty consistent as long as you do the 5 kneel. So that's the method I'm going to do. So you're going to kill the guys inside. You're going to run out, grab the... Yep, okay, so just kill the sword bearer with the shotgun. Jump up there, grab the Chalice of Light. Chalice of Light, sorry. Jump onto low rock. Drop the sword. Pop your Radiance and chuck 2 grenades, 3 grenades. Now wait, look at your grenade recharge. When that recharges almost all the way, you're going to jump up there. 1 R2, 1 R1, and then 2 more R2s. Don't worry, we're going to go over this many times. Then you're going to jump back down to low rock. You're going to aim right where I'm aiming with Sleeper. You're going to get 3 ricochets off this rock on Sleeper to the Oversoul and defeat it in 2 shots. Again, don't worry, we're going to do this another 4 times. After you're done with that, get in the Ogre Room. Just start killing ads and wait for the next Sword Bearer to come out. Let me go over a couple of things. Frumplebat, the reason I am not killing all the knights in the first room is because this encounter is on a timer. And Crota will enrage if you take too long. So I'm trying to save some time by not killing all the knights in the room. It's not necessary. They will not bother you. I just kill one side just to be certain so they don't smash me on my way out. Here's the sword bearer. If you are not seeing the sword bearer for a while, it's possible he is hiding behind that pillar you see to the left. Just kind of run out there and shoot him a couple times to aggro him. Now you do not want to kill the sword bearer until you see Crota strafe across the top. You can jump up to check on Crota. I think I don't do a great job of tracking Crota here, and I let him go. But the reason you want to wait to kill the sword bearer is that sword, once it drops, is on a despawn timer. So if you kill him too quick, sometimes the sword despawns and you're out of luck. See, right now, I did a really bad job of tracking Crota. I think I do a better job in one of the later passes. So I think Crota hasn't come back yet, but I actually think he did. So now I'm like, oh, he came back. I'm going to grab the sword. I'm going to come back up to bottom rock. I'm going to drop the sword. Turn around. I'm going to Radiance. I'm going to throw 3 grenades. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to crouch to be safe. Look at that respawn on the grenade. When it's full for the second charge, jump up. R2. I do the wrong pattern there, but the pattern is R2, R1, R2, R2. Jump down to low rock. Pop the Oversoul in that lower outer edge to 2-tap it. Now get back in the Ogre Room. Watch out for the Cursed Thrall. So, on this pass, after 2 kneels, you're going to have ogres come out. One ogre is going to be in this room that you're standing. The other is going to spawn in the opposing room across. This is where you're going to use the shotgun. Keep an eye out for the ogre on your radar. When he pops out, you're going to throw a Viking Funeral solar grenade on him to get him started and just unleash into him with a shotgun. If you have Found Verdict, Matador, any of that will work. So at this point, I have a ton of heavy ammo. I would honestly just use Sleeper here. Just pummel the other Ogre as fast as possible. I've seen a lot of people use Sniper. Some people just use Primary. Some people run out there with a shotgun to get him. Just play it safe and just use Sleeper. There's really no point. You get a ton of heavy. You have synths at this point. Everyone's got synths. This is not super smart what I'm doing. But I'm scared of the Cursed Thrall. Okay, Crota is rotating back. That is your cue to move. You're going to jump into the center right now. You technically don't have to do this. You could stay in the Ogre room, but when you're doing 5 passes, you need to be efficient with your time. And so Crota has rotated, and the Sword Bearer is not out yet, so I'm waiting to kill the Sword Bearer as fast as possible. Solar Grenade to get him started. I'm out of shotgun ammo. That was pretty bad management there, but you definitely want to make sure you have shotgun ammo. Grab the sword. Bottom rock, drop the sword, pop res. If Crota is not there, double jump, just like you did with the gatekeepers. Double jump to make him aggro you. That's important to know. R2, R1, R2, R2. Get back down to the oversoul and pop it. If you are struggling to get hits in on Crota, one thing that is one thing that I struggled with a lot is I thought you had to be really close to Crota to damage him. You actually do not need to be very close to Crota at all to hit him with that R2 lunge swipe. So as soon as you jump up on that platform, get ready to hit it because he's going to be starting to kneel and you have to be only like mid-distance to connect. So if you are struggling to get the full amount of hits for this try not waiting for Crota to be knelt and then damage him. Damage him as soon as he starts the kneeling animation with that R2 lunge. That'll make it easier for you to get all the hits in. Just make sure you always have your super. Just like with the bridge part, you want to make sure you always have your super. If you don't, you're not going to be able to do the trick with the grenades. Now, a lot of people use fusion grenades for this part. I found them to be way less consistent, so I actually figured out this pattern. With the, watching the grenade recharge, you need full discipline for this method. Drop the sword. 3 grenades. I hit the sword there. Okay, 3 grenades. Watch the grenade recharge. It's almost ready. Grab the sword and jump up. This time, you're not going to do the pattern. You're going to hit him with 1 R2 and 1 R1. Okay, that's the 4th pass. On the 4th kneel, where the experts would kill him, you are only going to hit him with an R2 and an R1. Now, the reason you're doing that is because while Crota has an enrage timer based on time, he also has an enrage timer based on damage. So if you did any more hits than that using this method, Crota would enrage, and when he enrages if you don't have enough time to kill him, you're dead, basically. You're going to have to wipe. So just trust me on this. For the first 3 passes, your pattern, here's the ogres again, same as last time. For the first 3 patterns of damaging Crota, kneels 1 through 3, R2, R1, R2, R2. And for the 4th pattern, R2, R1. And then for the 5th pattern, you're going to go for broke and just kill him. Again, just use Sleeper here. Don't save it. This is going to be the last pass. If you see the Enrage pop up, I forget if it pops up here, but if you see the Enrage pop up, do not worry. You still have time. It'll say Enrage is near. You still have a couple minutes. You looked at Crota's health there. That's where his health should be approximately for this, if you're getting the full amount of hits. There's some good Reddit guides. I thought Crota had rotated. He didn't. That's not great. There's some good Reddit guides you can find, like gauging how many hits you have left based on Crota's health. But if you follow this exact pattern, it's going to work. I've done it a ton of times. See, there's Enrage is near. No need to panic. Plenty of time left. Here comes the Sword Bearer. Grenade him. I got shotgun ammo this time. Thank God. Grab that sword, and you're going to go over to bottom rock for the victory lap. Drop it. Pop it. Aggro him by double jumping. 3 grenades. They all connected. Crouch to be safe. Wait for the recharge. Grab the sword, jump up there. R2. See, I hit him as he was kneeling. R2, R1, R2, R2, and Crota is dead. You have soloed Crota before Destiny 2. Congratulations. It's pretty